It can't possibly come any smaller than that, not to carry grown-up people at 250 miles to the gallon. It's the Honda Monkey Bike, arriving at the Cycle and Motorcycle Show. At Earl's Court this year, it's the most exciting show ever. Britain's out to get a big share in the world market. Now see what looks like the world's smallest car, the Peel, made in the Isle of Man. A 50cc two-stroke with 3 speeds. There's one thing other drivers will envy. It presents no parking difficulty whatever. But as it's not easier to see, you simply must remember where you left it.
That is 54 inches long and 41 inches wide. It is listed in the Guinness Book of Records as the smallest production car ever. Built on the Isle of Man in the early 60s, the P50 was said to be almost cheaper than walking. Cost £198 and did 100 miles to the gallon. It sounds perfect then for the roads of today.
Almost entirely of fiberglass, so it's the bodywork. The engine was a DKW 50cc with quite a good power output, 4.2 brake horsepower. We drove the car very long distances just to make sure they were absolutely reliable and well tested. When we sent the first car over to USA, it had to be passed by the Bureau of Transportation. The inspector took the P50 out onto the highway and unfortunately rolled down an embankment. But he escaped without a single scratch, so he passed it straight away.
The Peel then is not only a handy way of getting to work, but it's also pretty practical when you get there. The great thing about a car this small is that it's very light, which means that when you get to work, you just pick it up and carry it inside.
James's eye earlier this year. Londoners Gary Hillman and Faisal Khan wanted to give the world's smallest production car a new lease of life. The classic Peel cars were an immediate hit with the Dragons.
We've got space for one more. How the hell do you get space for one more? Right, give me a second.
When they actually got in the cars, driving around, everyone's having fun. You see them enjoying themselves, it makes you feel comfortable.
The only thing I could think of, the only phrase that was screaming in my head was, got yourself a Jill Bass.
Good.
It's the world's smallest car. There's so many directions we can go in right now.
James could see that there is something here which could be a big thing.
It's very important for us to keep it British, and obviously what we want to make sure is that we now continue to put this brand in its rightful place, which is on the world stage.
Companies have held talks with government ministers about how to handle the number of claims that have resulted from last month's floods. The total bill is estimated at about £1.5 billion.
I give you the future, young men and women. Peel P50. I think it's 4.5 horsepower. I have never seen the Top Gear team so enthusiastic about any car.
I'm ashamed to admit that I am behaving like a big kid. Only trouble here is we've got no horn. Thank you, madam.
Just 20 P50s survive in the world. It's the smallest road car ever, hence its new home, Ripley's Believe It or Not.
It's a very good car in terms of gas mileage. Almost 100 miles to the gallon. This one was equipped with electric. So our carbon footprint is even smaller. This kind of car will reduce that impact.
You got the power under this bonnet. There he is. Whoa! Oh, Clark's when he met your match here, mate.
This Peel P50 really is absolutely brilliant. If it had a reverse gear, I would describe it as the absolute ultimate, really, of personal mobility.
The Tridents are probably more successful than the P50, although a lot of people seem to consider the P50 was their ideal car.
That would be my perfect two-car garage.